Now, everything you read or see on TV calls the U.S. victory in Iraq a liberation. But look at Al Jazeera or any Middle Eastern newspaper, and they call it an imperialist occupation. We all know the news could be reported differently depending on who's reporting it, right? Let's take a look at some world, see what they're really thinking about us. Okay, Celine Dion just started her new show in Vegas, which will get $100 million plus half the profits. But if you look at Saudi Arabia's Al Hayam newspaper, the headline reads, Americans allow millionaire whore to flaunt legs in sinful bacchanalia. Another way of looking at it. Now, Amari Stoudemire just won Rookie of the Year over Yao Ming, you know? The sports pages call this a close race between two standouts. But you look at China's People's Daily, the front page reads, Mighty Comrade Yao suffocated by capitalist urban menace. In business, Blimpie Sandwich Shops, one of the country's fastest growing franchises, why do I have to say one of the country's fastest? I don't know. So, announces they're opening a new store every 16 hours, okay? And in Mexico's La Jornada Sol, the headline reads, vast job opportunities around and wonderful world of plenty. I'm not, you know what the sad thing is? Years ago I'd be like, wow, I'm not even interested in what happened. Don't care, been in the business too long, jaded, half miserable, doesn't matter to me. Now, the big movie coming up right now is X-Men 2. Lots of people are hoping to see that one. But in Palestine's newspaper Al Ayam, how much you want to bet this is the Mexican thing? The headline reads, Jews in Hollywood make millions from unnatural mutant violence. In Minneapolis, no excuse for that one, that was the right picture. In Minneapolis, hundreds of fans rioted and looted after Minnesota won the college hockey championship, and it caused $1 million worth of damage. Ours $100,000, but I'm getting desperate. The Baghdad paper, Al-Balbil, takes a more optimistic view of what happened. They say, Minneapolis liberated. You know, what can I say? I'm 9/10 of the way through it, folks. You know, backing out now. You live and learn, sometimes on national TV, sometimes when they give you the old heave-o. All right. Now, I'm not free of this either. Here's an interview I did with Entertainment Weekly a while ago. Look at the same interview when it came out in Source magazine. Cracker cracks wise on Corrupt Comedy Channel. Holla back. We'll be right back. One thing about America is that we're known for our tolerance of all different groups, right? Blah, blah, blah. It was, you know, in today's crazy, wacky world, what other group, because a lot of people are getting intolerant of Islam over here, what other group would you be intolerant of? Do you feel we're too tolerant of? Mr. Pat.
Producers of movies and TV shows like The Sopranos and always portray the Italians as mobsters. Sure, we kill a few people, 10 or 20 or 30, but that's another story. What about the sweet old Italian grandmothers who stand over a hot stove cooking the gravy all day? What about the greeters who don't wear 10 pounds of golden chains? What about the few innocent priests who haven't molested little boys? But as an Italian, the real reason I'm pissed is that I auditioned for The Sopranos. They told me I wasn't Italian enough. Hey.
Oh, you do look kind of Irish, Pat. I mean that as a compliment. Anyway, Alex.
The one group we should no longer be tolerant of is overindulgent parents who bring their baby strollers into restaurants. They roll in these 8-wheel monstrosities with their noisy rugrats to the edge of a table blocking an aisle and leave them there. The parents then look around beaming with pride as if to say, look at what we created. Hey, nitwits, the only thing you've created is a major obstacle for other patrons and the waitstaff. The strollers are too big. Carry the kid in a papoose like a Navajo, and maybe you'll burn some calories off your ass as well. Now that's multitasking.
Yeah. All right. Todd, even though I love all the comedian things, I try to discourage applause.
Well, what do you want me to do? I'm going to lay down here? What is your problem? I'm not the only one here. Bug the black guy for half an hour.
Patrice.
I like his racism better because it's old school. Some somebody's really being tolerant of old white actors making awful movie after awful movie. John Travolta is still riding that Pulp Fiction train. He's been back to Look Who's Talking for him for the last 10 years. Let Denzel Washington make Battlefield Earth, and he'd be hosting a game show by now. And then there's Bruce Willis, Kevin Costner, Stallone. They're all finished, and I'm tired of pretending that Arnold still has muscles. He looks like Pat Cooper. I'll be back from where? Colon surgery? I'd rather see Alan Havey in his deleted scenes from Knockaround Guys.
Greg Giraldo. We've been way too tolerant of homeless guys with dogs. Look, I've drank enough in my life to have sympathy for a good old-fashioned crackhead drunk. But these guys with dogs bug me. They're usually young punk rock squatter types pushing the emotional buttons of every stupid animal lover that'll step over a legless Vietnam vet to put $1 in the cup of a 19-year-old with 50 piercings and a puppy. You know, if you put half the effort into school that you did turning your face into a tackle box, maybe you wouldn't have to whore out your dog for smack money.
We'll be here burning at the stake. If I can find a store that sells steaks at this hour. So good night, and you want it, bear.